Okay, blast out that this is starting. We are online. I'm going to unpack some of these headers. They unbagged everything, or individually bagged everything.
Do you know where that part's going to be going?
Nope.
Oh, that's easy.
On this PCB. I'm guessing there-ish. Maybe Wire has an opinion.
Yeah, I'm letting him know. No, leave it.
Hey, Roy.
Hey, Roy. Loose it. Sit. Down. Down. Good boy.
This is way cooler than it looks. Well, I mean, it's fine, but Blue is literally eating my chair that I'm trying to sit in. Because he's a monster. Quit it. I have waited, I don't even know how many months for these parts to come in. It's gotta be like
Leave it.
5 months.
So the first time that we ordered it, they canceled the order like a week and a half, and they didn't let me know. Didn't, like, not even a message. And then, nope, God, leave it. Leave it. And then the second one took like a month to get here. And the third one, which I ordered last week, got here at the same time that the one from a month ago. So so we have like twice as many ones that we need.
So both orders show?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, right.
And it's not like I would use this part again, considering how hard it is to actually get it. So I don't really have anything I can use the extras for. This is for the modem pool, which at the moment looks like that. But we need Wire's opinion on which side these need to be inserted.
I think we got, yeah, so we did get orders from both, right? From 2 different packages.
It looks like we've got enough headers to do 7 modem pools.
I may have gone a little overboard.
Okay, I need the answer on that. So I'm ready to start soldering.
Oh, our LEDs are in St. Paul. Woo! As of today. Oh, that's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. Wait, is Wire in? No, he's not, because it's just Roy. Hi, Roy. Blue, what you doing?
So can you ask Wire if he wanted the pins coming out the bottom of that board or the top of that board? Spacing doesn't look quite right. For them to go all the way down onto each other. Is there spacers from McMaster-Carr or something that sets these at the correct distance or something? As far as I can tell, these aren't long enough.
What do you mean? Why not? They should be.
Well, let's see.
Lag in the stream. Look
Clear
better.
view
Pins,
here.
don't care up to you, but think it'd look better with pins on bottom. Just all have to be the same way.
Okay.
What?
McMaster-Carr?
What about McMaster-Carr?
Are there spacers that go in between the modem modules?
Yes. Those are in the design lab.
Okay, go get them.
Next to the...
I gotta verify that these pins are the right length. So I'm gonna need to set up some of this magic.
Remote had a Mag 9 earthquake on the stream. So,
Yeah.
probably the dog. Okay. You want header or spacers? Alright, come on, Blue.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tired you out.
I did.
Actually, I could probably put him back to bed. Although I have to take him out for last go out.
Set up a little test here just to make sure that we've got continuity through. Okay. Let's see, Addie never built the rest of the carrier boards. Two, three, four, 5, 10, 11 carrier boards missing. Oh.
Little did you know, this would be an unboxing video. Careful, addresses.
So, is this is DigiKey, not McMaster-Carr.
Here's McMaster-Carr, but that's got the spacers in it.
Okay.
And then this has like, I don't know, some rod thing.
Yeah. Threaded rod goes between all of them, but the spacers keep it at the correct distance. Blue is being a helper. Feels like we got metal spacers.
Yeah. And what other kind of spacers are
Nylon.
there? Meh.
And they're threaded.
Yeah, with threaded rod.
Okay then. Let's see if this 5-month wait results in the pins not being long enough. Okay, so that's all we get. If I've got continuity there, then we're pretty good. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to start soldering. Alright, you guys can entertain me in the comments section because this is going to be thrilling. There's one. More earthquake action. Well, Roy, it's you and everyone who watches it later. Not that they're going to be too helpful in the moment here. But I'm sure somebody will comment later about how I'm doing it wrong, because that's how the internet works. Never mind that I'm like, you know, building a modem pool from scratch. Normal thing to do. The internet's logic is pretty funny. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bit of a delay, but it's also because I'm staring at what I'm doing most of the time too. Some of the delay is in the stream, but some of the delay is also me, because I am slow. The best though, because otherwise I'd probably burn myself. If this works, I can't really take credit. The carrier board was all wire. The only thing I had to do with it was just some input on
And the puppy
how the
is
indicator
down
lights should be oriented
wire
right
is
there.
hitting on you. Quote, such sexy, sexy hands. Quote, you're doing it wrong. Quote, you need an EMIC2 to read it out live.
Actually, we did have an EMIC2 reading it out loud live in the past. Roy made that work. And I still have the prototype. So we could hook that back up.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. Somewhere over here, I think.
So you are on a different internet connection than the stream. So you can continue uploading. And it really shouldn't affect us at all.
What? Sorry, what? Oh, does this work? Kinda?
Yeah, barely.
Kinda. Yeah, barely.
So I take it you didn't process what I said.
That'd be a negatory.
The stream is on a different internet connection than the uploading. So you can continue uploading and it will not affect the stream.
I see.
So it looks like you've got a whole bunch of carrier boards that you never put together.
Oh, I didn't have all the parts for them.
Do we have all the parts now?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I've been busy.
So what are we missing?
A lot of stuff.
I remember us not having the parts and that it was fine because the headers weren't here yet. So you ordered the parts that we were missing and you were going to put them, the carrier boards together during Rabbit Hole.
Well, and then badges happened. So...
Badges are no longer a excuse.
Nope, they are.
They are not.
Considering how I'll be hand placing everything, I think so.
No. I saw you do 40 boards on the stream the other night in like 2 hours.
Yeah, but those were like, instead of what, 100 parts, it was like 15. I mean, let's not be ridiculous here.
I think you shouldn't sell yourself short. You're about the fastest solderer I've ever seen in my life.
Alright, I'm uploading more stuffs. Let's see here.
So what parts are we missing?
Honest to God, I do not
Just
know.
these Max 232 chips or something?
Maybe. Suck up to Whisker.
So the only weird part on here, or the only strange thing that I can think of is that the reason you stopped building them wasn't because you ran out of parts. It was because you ran out of modems to put on them.
Oh, that was probably also one of the parts that I did not have.
And then Wire and I went out and liberated a bunch of modems from broken badges.
I think there's like 6 of them that needed something else. You know, honestly, I would have to look at it. I'm a very linear project sort of person, as you well know. Which means I finish one project and then I don't think about it.
Well, this one's costing us money because it has its own ISP and its own power bill. So it should, you know, actually like get finished as soon as we can.
I will do what I can, Sergeant, sir. Colonel, General, sir.
You ever watch MASH?
Butter up Addie and she will do it more. I don't think so. I have a fun... Like, I'm doing 3 things right now at the same time. And trying to figure out what parts are... Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not asking about this second. I'm just asking if you remember.
No. That would be a negatory.
The things that you're doing right now also need to be done.
Badge life.
Well, uploading zombie tech, because that's been on the to-do list for 5 years. Ever since the website got hacked.
By the way, Roy, the second episode that just went up today for Zombie Tech, that one was with Ashwin, and I feel bad, but I don't really remember Ashwin beyond that. I think he spent some time in the IRC. I'm gonna have to listen to that podcast. Because for some reason, I seem to recall, like, electricity generating tiles as a project. Right? Like floor tiles. Do you remember that?
Yeah, with the zombies walking on... like their footsteps would generate current.
Yeah. That was actually... I thought that was clever.
Piezoelectric or something like that.
I would like to do Zombie Tech again, I think.
Weren't you just complaining about having too much to do?
I know, isn't that crazy? There's some dude named Ashwin that you did a podcast with. Look, listen to episode 2 of Zombie Tech.
It was a very forgettable episode.
Hey. You should, dude, now you can't publicize this, Whisker. You can't say things like that.
Well, I don't remember it, so it's not very memorable.
That is...
Not like, when we interviewed John Cohen or something. Like, I'll remember that till I die.
He was pretty funny.
Very memorable.
He was pretty funny. But honestly... No, you were. You were in it, and so was he. I listened to it to see who was there. Yeah, you were definitely in it.
You're more famous than you thought you were, Roy.
Roy says, huh.
By one podcast.
Yes, you were in the second one, Roy. Dude, like, your name... I listened to you. You listened to the first, 1 minute.
You can tell you're in it because
you
there's a grumpy guy talking.
I think the second one we did, the first couple... We should actually talk to you again, Roy. As a more formal zombie tech. The first one was a complete crapshoot, right? We were just rando talking. Second one, also relatively... random crapshoot because we were trying to see how many people we could get in. No, you were in definitely more than one.
I believe Roy came back and interviewed us at some point.
Did he?
Yeah, and later on they
I think you did, Roy.
people asked. That's how we get interviewed on the show.
Oh yeah, maybe.
which is actually way harder than interviewing people, as it turns out.
Being interviewed?
Yeah.
Well, we just end up talking the whole time. Right?
It's much easier to just sit there, ask a question, and walk away.
Nah, yeah, but yeah, I mean maybe, but you have to like have a logical flow. Because if you listen to the first few episodes, man, I was campy. It was terrible. And we knew you too, Roy. Like that's the worst part. Like I was just like, oh, we're recording. Time to sound stilted.
Do
Or,
we
like,
have release date
hyper-
information on any of that stuff? Because I think the early first spins came out before the zombie text, right?
Look at Roy. I absolutely do not remember him or being in that episode. I know, neither do we. I was like, who is this person? I'm sorry, Ashwin. I know I feel like I remember his aura, you know, but it's been a long time. Wait, First Spin was our first podcast?
I think so, yeah.
Welcome
I think
to
we
First Spin, a show where I learn about the parallax propeller from two experts, two expertisos.
We're not experts. At least I'm not.
And I'm always like, do you remember anything from last week?
No,
No,
she
Roy.
doesn't.
I don't.
That's what makes her the perfect noob. Because she's like a goldfish.
It's awesome.
It's new to her every week.
Dude. Then you just have to learn how to be more efficient about teaching everything from the past, what have you.
When I go back and listen to First Spin, I learn things from Whisker and Roy.
Yeah, I bet. I never remembered any. No, I don't think that's true. NA bracket 0 bracket equals, I don't know, is it tilde? Which one's input, which one's out? Look, I just have to look at my code again, okay? I documented and commented, like, a lot.
I tend not to use any of the shorthand stuff in Spin, like the tilde.
And I managed to, like, take spaghetti code and clean it up. I was very proud of myself. Are you making sure to make sure that the headers are seated?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Sign extend. Okay, that's not it. So, in a bracket 0, let's say pin 0, close bracket, colon equals 1 for output. Is that correct? God, it's been a long time.
It's been like a whole 2 days for me. I'm working on some pretty heavy propeller code right now, actually.
Yahoo!
2 different new products, both of which are synthesizers.
Oh, they sound really good. They sound really good.
What sounds really good?
That's you fishing, Whisker. Compliments.
No, I don't have any context. What?
What do you mean? You were just talking about your
Oh, the synthesizers sound really good?
shorting for setting pins bits. NA is not something you write to. Oh. Okay. Nope. Alright. I don't know then.
Yeah, the synthesizers are turning out pretty well. They do
Hey,
sound
Roy,
pretty good.
have you gotten to work with that Prop 2 board?
Yes, he has.
Is it amazing? Hyper powerful?
I'm looking forward to starting with that, but I should probably wrap up my current Propeller 1 projects first.
Okay, yes. DIRA. Yes, sorry. That's correct.
DIRB. Way more fun.
Yeah, Whisker uses it as extra memory.
Out B. Super fun.
Ooh. Can you do... I'm guessing you can do spin on it still, right? Or do they have a new language for it?
Spin 2.
Spin 2.
Last I heard.
Should we do first spin 2? Just kidding. No pressure.
I would enjoy doing that, actually.
That would be pretty interesting. Similar but different.
Really does feel like old days around here.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I'm working on a graphics engine.
A lot of new goodies for Roy and Whisker.
Synthesizers. And
I could never be taught. Dude, LEDs always need blinking in any platform. Sorry, what, Whisker?
it's fine, I'm not a real person.
You're a solder monkey. You're a close relative.
I share 98% of my genes with a real person.
Yeah. Hey. Method pointers. Return multiple values. Ternary operator.
Wow, you said ternary instead of trinary.
Shut up. Inline PASM. ASM. That's weird.
Masm.
Hey guys, is the video clear? ET dubs? And the inline PASM can access local variables and passed in parameters.
How many of those have you uploaded?
I'm still working on the workshop one. But this is the last one of the workshops.
Oh, okay. And how many zombie techs are we up to?
I'm on the last
Rendering the last 3?
2. Yeah, last 3.
How many did we get uploaded?
Video
of those
is
earlier?
mostly clear, but sometimes gets fuzzy when he moves. Did you turn like the auto?
Yeah, it's the same settings as yesterday.
No.
Now, one thing that we could definitely do to make sure that it deals with motion a little bit better is to stream it in 720p instead of 1080. But we're stress testing it, so see how it does. I haven't had time to review the footage from yesterday, but it's just day 2. And considering how many problems we had yesterday.
So yeah, so tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to take a look at yesterday's stream and see if the address showed. Because I was passing that OSH Park envelope all over the place.
A little bit late now because I already removed that.
Yeah, so Roy, we're going to have them release on a weekly basis. So it's almost like you get Zombie Tech all over again. Except it's like...
Now that we're all old
7
and
years
don't remember
8 years
Zombie
old.
Tech episodes.
Well, yes, right, exactly. Like, we don't even remember that we've been on them, so...
It's like how
I
every
figure it works
episode
out.
of SG1 is new to my mom.
You should get your mom the SG badge, the Stargate badge. She would lose her bananas. Actually, that might be worth... that might be worth doing. Saw Whisker remove the stream menu there, but watched this earlier ones replacing caps. Yeah, So yeah, because I thought I might have accidentally just released the address, and I should check it before I like reopen it. Oh, it was an okay stream, but Blue did a lot of interruption, as is customary.
If people don't like Blue, they can find a different stream. He's just part of the family now.
He's starting to get like rambunctious though.
Yeah, his testosterone is kicking in.
Yeah, that's.
He's 6 months.
I'm not into it. Hey, can I delete these files now that I've uploaded them? Or now that... No?
Not necessary to.
Well, how many gigs of hard drive space do I have?
Enough.
Yeah, but it's my computer. I like a clean computer.
Well, you are now the keeper of the renders, so, you know.
What? Why?
Because your computer's brand new, and you've got lots of hard drive space.
I've got 500 gigs.
8 years of video editing worth of full hard drives packed full in my machine.
We still have so much video, guys, that we haven't released. It's a little ridiculous.
That's why when Addie tries to use badges as an excuse for not doing things, we all need to work together to make sure that that excuse
that's like not even funny.
Just doesn't work anymore.
When I start doing badges, I will be able to stream for 6 hours a day, non-stop.
You won't be able to stream any of it because it's going to be secret.
22 terabytes of space? For what? Roy has a Synology with 22 terabytes of space.
That's nice.
Dude, throw over a terabyte for us. What? Yes, but I shouldn't say that out loud, I don't think. I do. Cause a lot of trouble in general. No, I totally do. What capacity drives do you have? More than terabyte? I think when we went to Internet Archive, weren't they bragging about their 5 terabyte servers?
Petabyte.
Petabyte. Oh. Yeah, so doing badges for 6 hours a day, that's like a 3-week stint. So I will be hand soldering or hand placing and soldering. Like, I can fit his Synology server on one drive with space to spare. Whew. Show off. So 22 terabytes on one drive. Wait, how many drives do you have? Shut up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but those aren't drives for humans.
Roy says, I thought 16 terabytes was the largest single drive available. I can hear why you're going tut tut tut.
Yeah. They are moving that line.
That is likely correct right now. ... Wait, is this allowed? Like, am I allowed to say these things, Wire? No, am I giving away, like, secrets?
Well, if they don't want you to say it, then they shouldn't type it, because you're notorious for just reading out loud without reading first.
That's true. I've said some pretty... I put my foot in my mouth. Okay, as long as I don't mention where he works. He works at Toy Makers.
He works downstairs.
Although I know they have 16 terabytes SSDs and M2 form factor, so it's not long before it's more. By the way, guys, Netflix has the old school, the OG Twilight Zone, and it's actually pretty good.
Thought you didn't like Twilight Zone.
I've never seen the original. Have I?
I don't know, but I didn't know that there was a not original.
Yeah. They have one with...
They remade the Twilight Zone?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Something
That's on Netflix, too.
Didn't really need to be remade.
Yeah.
It's already good.
Honestly, like, I think Black Mirror is pretty close to Twilight Zone. Right?
Well, obviously it's one of the things that the creators of Black Mirror were probably referencing when they were thinking about what they wanted to do.
What's The Expanse about? Is it on the Netflix piece? I was busy watching Anne with an E, i.e. Anna Green Gables, i.e. Crimea River. Also Carol and Tuesday. Amazon Prime. Dude, that's like a cuss word to Whisker.
Not just to me.
He's not a fan. Although I think we do have access. Sci-fi based on books. I'll tell you what sci-fi thing they did not do justice to. No, I do. Of course I have that, but we don't. Yeah, we don't use their video service, even though we have access to it.
It's not like we have time for much media anyway.
True.
We get like 45 minutes a day just while we're eating dinner, and that's it.
And that's kind of iffy.
These days with Blue, it's more like 3 minutes where you can actually hear what's going on.
No, buddy, I don't got time. I don't got time no more.
Speaking out of time, what time is it?
11:12.
Sheesh.
I technically have 18 minutes before I'm supposed to be in REM sleep. But I'm almost done. Like, this is like just minutes from last zombie tech being rendered, which is a pretty big deal. And then tomorrow I'll just be able to zoop, 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 upload them to YouTube's.
Yeah, you gotta render all the patch bay.
I will get to that eventually.
So this Saturday, the next episode of Toy Makers comes out. Just so folks are aware. There are 5 new episodes that have already been finished, and they're all uploaded and scheduled to come out every Saturday for the next 5 weeks. And hopefully, if we have time between now and then, we'll be able to pull out the project that series is about and get some more progress done on it before that 5 weeks is up.
Yahoo! John just came back from Hack 3 Phoenix.
Hardware Happy Hour.
Hardware Happy Hour, yeah. Oh, that's what the 3 stands for, the 3 H's. Hardware Happy Hour. It was actually, we got to go when we were at John's place. It was pretty cool. It's nice to talk to different makers, different folks, different projects.
Yeah, it would have been cool if not for the karaoke. I was having a really nice conversation, and then some drunken lady started caterwauling.
What? I can't repeat that statement, Roy. But what? Oh, I see. Whatever. We're adults. Sorry, I can't repeat that stuff. What it? Rouge next up. Red, your names are like the best. 3H was a big crowd tonight. Oh yeah? Those are people we knew? Or like completely different? So yeah, the last time we went, it was like, I don't know, one,
Right as people were
two,
getting back from
three,
SuperCon.
5 people? Six people, maybe? Yeah, and we got to see the SuperCon badge, which was cool. Got to see Mohib, Zara. He hasn't changed a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing the Phoenix crowd. Rosenthal, etc.
Yes, we saw him too, and I had a really good conversation. Actually, something for anybody paying attention, one thing we talked about was the community of hackerspaces and how to have this community communicate with each other. Because we're all hackerspaces, we're all made of people who enjoy making things, doing things, but there really isn't communication between the different spaces. And I mean, maybe that's okay, maybe we can improve that, but how and in what form? And I don't know, I don't think standardizing or creating a forum per se would necessarily work, because then everybody's rules would be slightly different, and that would cause drama, but yeah. Alright, Zombie Tech is completamente set.
Okay, so for everyone who enjoyed Zombie Tech back in the day, or anyone who missed out on it, they are all re-uploaded. And they're going to be
people.
Released once every week. Which day of the week are they going up? Tuesdays?
Zombie Tech is going up Tuesdays, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, some of the people we met, a bunch are somewhat younger folks from ASU. That's great. Students are so much fun. NASA experiments. That's great. Yeah, Blue is in bed. John, so...
You can tell, because my chair is not getting eaten.
That's true. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. He's gonna keep pooping out fluff for a while.
Yeah, Blue is newly experiencing the joy of testosterone. So it's been an interesting couple of days.
Release the hound dogs.
I've been moving one of my violins around whenever he's not in the room, so now he thinks that
Wow, what is that? What's happening? Why is it all blurry? The new location's more convenient for ASU. Oh, that's great. That's so cool. I really like the young hackers that we meet because they have like just a ton of energy, and Friday night is like fun night for them. Whereas like for us old fogies, Friday night is like veg night. Wait, today's not Friday. Oh god. Whisker, it's not Friday. What is this, Tuesday?
mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm screwed, guys. I'm poached. This is gonna be bad.
So we still don't have a power supply for the camera that plugs into the wall. It's on the way, in theory.
In theory.
So when it does that no signal thing, that's just because the camera battery died. But there's like a pile of them charged up sitting behind me. So you just swap them out.
Sure puts me in the gray beard camp. Nah, you're too cool for school, man. You're like the John. You're awesome.
John's super old now.
No, whatever.
He was already pretty old, but now he's really...
No, don't say things like that. Whisker thinks he's ancient at his age, which is silly.
I was, but now I'm... At least I'm not as old as John and Roy.
Oh my gosh. You're such a troll.
At least I got that going for me.
You know, one day you're gonna have a young kid who's like, well, at least I'm not as old as you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna like bop him upside the head.
Addie was trying to hit on me the other day, and I'm like, you know I'm old enough to be somebody's grandpa, right? She's like, ew! I'm like, yeah.
Because that would make me old enough to be somebody's grandma, and that's not happening. God, no way. Whisker, you need to stop saying things like that.
Almost through the box, by the way.
Suck it, child. The John. Oh, was there? You gotta do John 1, John 2. Or Big John, Little John.
It's really weird considering how uncommon a name John is.
Wait, uncommon? You mean common?
Yeah. Anyone watching this in the future, the things I've been soldering together are modems for the big modem pool for A5C11.com. People will be able to come in over the internet, talk to any one of these modems, and then call other modems across the PBX that we have here at Toymakers. So it's actually a pretty cool project, except this part is really boring. Really super boring. So thanks for keeping us company while we're soldering, guys. That's appreciated. I say we. Eddie's definitely not soldering.
I am getting videos up. It's the ninja. The ninja. The ninja, ninja, ninja. You know, if you tell Whisker he has to stop saying things like something, he'll thought, that's true. It's like reverse psychology. But maybe he knows I'm trying to do that, and so he does the opposite of reverse psychology and does psychology.
I'm just generally incorrigible. Principal, personality trait. Dexterity is lacking.
Man, for a while with Zombie Tech, we really got some different interviewees, I think, than any other podcasts that I know of. Alright, let's see here. Schedule March 31st.
I think the specific people who happen to be leaving comments and such are keyed into a longer narrative here for this. It has been a long time since we've been able to do this kind of thing, and the number of items that we've had to check off our to-do list to be able to do this kind of stuff again has been monumental. And I am so thankful that everyone has stuck by, patiently waiting for us to have time to actually, like, you know, do fun stuff again. It's really cool. Or possibly, it's a little sad if this is what I consider fun stuff at this point. I think that's the last one. Other than the 9 or so that Addie didn't finish carrier boards for.
Badges wire. Badges are fun.
Badges can be fun, as long as they're not the only thing.
Man, we got some pretty cool people.
Yeah, some of the best people I know are zombie tech guests.
Remember, Wire, when you think that badges are not fun, they actually are fun. They're so much fun that you're overflowing with joy to work on them. Get back to work. 3 Johns. Guys from ASU designed and built the radio telescope
Nice.
under the balloon. Several weeks ago, tweeted the live stream of. Ooh, that's cool.
So for
Let's
anyone
build
waiting
some
for
telescopes.
A5C11, keep in mind that Addie's on Twitter, and she hasn't ordered the parts to finish the last of the carrier boards.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Well, there's no way these are all going to fit in here nice and neat, so we're just going to give John a heart attack. How's that for ESD, John? Oh yeah. See, I'm doing it on the ESD mat too, see?
Lol. With no protection whatsoever. I'm actually very surprised that, John, you didn't criticize me when I was handling parts. Look, Ma. No ESD bracelet.
This whole mat is...
Yeah, but it's not grounded.
Shh, don't tell John. He'll have a freak out.
It's grounded. I mean, it's grounded.
Just don't show the corner.
Grounded from not doing badges.
See the button attachments right there? Really drive John crazy.
Oh wait, you can
It's
show.
not hooked to anything.
You can show the DEF
It's
CON
not hooked to
badge.
anything, John.
You know what? I really kind of want to go through the DEF CON badges that we did and like show the graphics, because I don't know. I put some blood, sweat, tears into those things.
Okay, so you wanted me to show the DEF CON badge. Finally got mine back from Mark at Microchip. So I was playing with it earlier, testing it with Wire and Twinkle Twinkies. I think Wire helped with that one, right? I think that was the one he was working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that. But Wire hacked my DEF CON badge.
Yahoo!
Now it freaks out. I love it.
Yeah. Speaker badge. I guess technically I was a speaker at Root Asylum.
This is my favorite badge attachment.
It doesn't matter if it's grounded. It matters that everything is at the same potential. Is everything at the same... How do we know if everything's at the same potential?
Okay. Zoop. Tap to focus is pretty cool.
That's fun.
Alright, lads. That is it for the toy makers. Time for Blue's last go out.
No, he's already gone out.
Really?
Yeah, he's in bed. He's sleeping.
Oh.
It's time for me. Me to say ciao. Ciao to the pumpkins.
Well, at least we got a couple things done.
True. Alright, well, good night, guys. I think we're gonna sign off for the time being, and glad you guys had a good hardware hacking hour in Phoenix.
Yeah, I look forward to going to it again.
Yeah. Hey, let us know when. Well, in the fall, you guys are doing it, and then we will be there. Okay. Till later.
Bye.
Ciao.